Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Sam from the Glam Box, and today I'm going to be talking about being a mummy in business. So I did say I was going to do something about motivation, so I am going to cover that in this video, but I asked Instagram if they had any questions regarding what I do and how I find a work-life balance, and so I'm going to answer those questions and I'm going to give you some insight on what I do to motivate myself and keep myself sane. How do you push through when you don't have the energy but work still needs doing? So I think the biggest way I learned this was from having children. You are literally running off zero sleep, so you just kind of learn to adapt. Since having my kids, I've kind of just got used to kind of not having any sleep. I've got a 9-year-old now and a 5-year-old, and my daughter's only been sleeping through probably for 2 years. Really sad, but really true. So for the actual physical energy, I would say I'm just used to it now, but then I think for the sake of me, when I'm just like lulling, sometimes you've just got to allow yourself to. It's just got to make sure that that balance is that you're not doing too much procrastinating compared to the amount of work that you're doing. Sometimes it's no good to, like, you see so many entrepreneurs like go, you've got to work, but in reality all you're going to do is crash and burn, and then you're going to start to really hate your job. So finding the balance of just being able to have a few minutes to yourself, have the afternoon off, that's okay, to go to the gym, a little bit of self-care, anything like that, just give you a reboot is really important. And then I think another huge thing is to remember why you're doing it. Like, I think when you love something, it doesn't, that is what motivates you. And I think if you keep in your mind why, like your why and why you're doing it, that is what will motivate you. How do you make your family time quality time with running such a successful business? Thanks. Okay, so quality time. What I have come to realise is my kids don't necessarily want me to jump over mountains and do really extravagant things with them. All they actually want is my time, and that is uninterrupted time, and for me to be present when I'm with them. So running my own business, unfortunately, I work weekends. That is what I've always done, and that is not something that will change, because as a makeup artist, my majority of the work is at the weekends. So what I try to do is I'm consistent, and I follow through with things when they ask me to do something. So we have after school activities, we have 3 things, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that we do. And then with my son, I'm not with his father anymore, so he goes to his grandparents at the weekend, and they're really good, and he has an amazing hobby of doing go-karting, so I know that he is happy with what he's doing. I'm still involved even though I'm not there, and I will take days off to be there when it's an important occasion for him, and if I have the time off, I make sure I go and see him. So I think things like that. And then I also make my workplace really open to my children. My daughter comes to work for me quite a lot. She has since I was doing makeup with her on my hip. Like, she's been doing makeup with me forever, so I think she now understands that this is mummy's work, and mummy works really hard, and the kids don't particularly resent me for it. Yeah, so I'd say the answer to that is just make the time that you're with them present and turn off. That's really important with children, because they are the first ones to pick up when you are not listening. Okay, so there's 2 that are quite the same. Someone says, how do you look so good? And how are you so glam and so mum? My inspiration when I have a child. Oh, thanks, Tash. Okay. This took about 45 minutes. This is not how I look on a regular basis. I do this because I want to feel more confident when I'm talking on camera. And obviously I'm a makeup artist, so I know how to make myself look quite alright. One thing that I've done even since before I owned the salon was go and get my hair blown once a week, which is due tomorrow, which is why it's tied back. But that is something that I've just always done for myself, and it instantly makes me feel better. So I do take care of myself and keep on top of things in that respect. And then obviously I have a little bit of Botox to try and make sure that I actually look awake and don't like I've got 2 kids. But I wouldn't say that I'm particularly the most glam. I own something called the Glam Box. Like, I am actually not that high maintenance in my eyes. Was it a big risk opening up your own shop, or were you totally ready? I don't think you're really ever totally ready for anything, really, to be honest. No, I wasn't. I just had really, unwavering faith in myself. And that is something that I've been working on because I've actually lost that of late. So I think I knew there was risk, but the risk didn't scare me because I was like, this is my passion and I know I can do it. And I had all these things in my head of how I knew it was going to work. I wasn't really nervous. And I think the biggest thing that makes us different to anyone else is that we embrace every different type of woman. And I think that was something that was kind of missing in the generic makeup shop. It was really focusing on a younger clientele, whereas we literally, all our clients are mainly like of an older age. And yeah, I was really passionate about I'm so passionate about what I do and what the Glam Box stands for. Like, we're about enhancing women's beauty and making them feel confident, and so that's like, I just had unwavering faith in it, really. So I've got something at the moment that I'm working on, which is the biggest risk I've ever taken in my life, and that has absolutely thrown me off, like, mental strength wise, because I'm like, shit. I take the time to remind myself that anything is possible if you put the hard work in, that if you believe in yourself, then anything is possible. So I think that is the biggest thing, is do not let fear get in the way of something that could be great, and without risk there's no reward. So you can't let fear hold you back. And I feel like I'm actually just talking to myself in the mirror because I need to hear that myself right now. So how do you cope with mum guilt? Now, mum guilt. The weird thing is I watched something yesterday on Gary Vee and Ali Webb, who are two of my favourite entrepreneurs, and they actually touched on this topic. And I think the biggest thing is society kind of like installs this thing upon us that women should be at home and women should be the ones looking after the children. And other things that kind of I get mum guilt with is kids' parties, things that other mums are doing that I'm not doing, or that my kids are saying, can you not come? And I'm like, yeah, mum's at work. And that can happen for anyone that's in like a full-time job, I suppose. Like, it's not just me just because I work weekends, but at the end of the day, I just have to remind myself why I'm doing it. And I actually just did something where I was away from my kids for the longest period of time that I have ever been away from them. I was away for like nearly 2 weeks. They knew how important it was to me that I did it, and they, it was only 2 weeks out of, like, they're not even going to remember it realistically. I'm kind of going off track here because, like, I think mum guilt will always be there. I think as soon as you give birth, you're installed with mum guilt for something. But again, I think I just remind myself why I'm doing it. Like, this is to show them that they can do it, and everything I work for is for my kids. Like, the reality is, if you want to be successful and you want to run something successful, the one thing you will hear people say is that you have to be selfish. And that sounds awful to say when you're a parent, but like, I cannot split myself into 1,000 pieces, and that is something that I try to do, and then that's when shit goes wrong. So, as long as you've got the support behind you, like supportive partners, supportive family, supportive friends, you can balance things out. So I've just now kind of like give myself a certain timetable that I can work to, so I don't feel guilty that I'm at work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I've just been, I've been consistent with them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't feel guilty for doing something that you love. You can still be a good parent, you can still be a really great businesswoman and still be a great parent. And I think the biggest thing is don't feel guilty for still chasing your dreams, because you're only showing your children that dreams do come true. So I hope that helps. I feel, yet again, that was very vague. It's like I've got all these things I want to say and I can't get it out. I first started getting really serious about my business 3 years ago. So my daughter was 2 when I opened the shop, and I'd just turned 30. Yeah, I just turned 30, so yeah, it's nearly 3 years. And what I have learned in that time is been more of a personal journey rather than like a business journey, I'd say. I'm such a different person than what I was 2.5 years ago. I am a lot thicker skinned. I'm a lot more, I think my mind works differently than it did. Like, certain things that really used to bother me do not bother me anymore. Like, if you call me a bitch now, it really doesn't bother me like it did back then. Because what I realise is, like, I've had so many circumstances where this is everything, my dreams, is my baby, and if you don't respect that, or you don't fit into the mould of that anymore, or don't respect me, then you're not going to get that back. So I always say to the guys, if you're good to me, I'm good to you. It's pretty simple. So I think that's a huge thing I've learned. So when someone called me a bitch, I'm a bitch, and that's okay. Like, if you don't treat my baby the way that it should be treated, then you're not going to get the response from me that you want or expect. I'm going to end this video. I feel like all I've done is chat shit, but I really do enjoy doing this because I feel like I'm sharing this journey with you, and I hope that this really just helps someone out there that's feeling the same way, because I have started being a bit more vocal with quotes and things like that on Instagram, and I've noticed people like, God, I need this and need to hear this today. And another thing that I've been doing, which I think is important, is, you know, I'm obviously a huge believer in the universe. I've read The Secret before I even had my kids, actually, and I do believe, you know, don't beat yourself up when you have a bad day. Like, that's okay as well. Just don't let the bad days outweigh the good days. But yeah, I just really hope this helps you guys, and me being outspoken about like things and how I feel. Okay, so I hope this video has made some sense. I really enjoy doing these videos because I feel like it's just really helping me on my personal journey as well. I'm excited to do more of this and have a real cool event I'm going to tomorrow called Eat, Inspire, Repeat, which is for women in business, and I'm with 2 amazing other women on stage as well, so I will give you some feedback on that when I have done it. And that is it for now. I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and have a great time.